Hello, you all. So my name is David Trung. I've been in real estate since 2002, and this is my wife. Your name?
Hello, my name is Tiffany.
Her name is Tiffany. So what we gonna do today, Tiffany? What you want to do?
Learning real estate.
Learning about real estate. Okay, this is the book, Modern Real Estate. Modern real estate practice. So we're gonna prepare for practicing the exam. So first of all, a business of many specialization. Real estate, a business of many specialization. So what is brokers? One of them is the brokers. Tell me a little bit about broker, Tiffany. Yeah, you're gonna say it. I just want me to say it out to you. Okay. So a broker in real estate, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna learn it. When you have in state of Tennessee, I don't know what about other states, but over here that you have to get, either you have to go to 4-year college, right? You get a real estate license, then you going to took a test and you pass the test. That's when you can practice real estate. And after 1 year, you go to again to take about 120 credit. Then you're going to take a test again to be a broker, only 1 year. Or you have to get a high school diploma. You can take the class online for 90 hours. Every state is different. Or you can go to school for about few weeks, few months. It's all up to you. Online, you can do about 1 week, 3 weeks, or a month. It's up to you. Or a few days, up to you. It's 90 hours. After you pass the test, so Tiffany only went to class and passed the test. But you have to go and then you're going to take a license. After you got a license, right, you're going to practice real estate for 3 years. Then you go to school again or go online, take about 120 hours. This is 2020, 2020, what month it is? May 31st, 2020. So things could be changing, right? But right now, you're going to take a real estate license. After 3 years, 36 months, you're doing good, right? You're going back to school or back to class for 120 hours. You can do a few weeks. And when you have 120 hours, you're going to take a test to be a broker. So a real estate agent and broker, the difference of real estate agent and broker is what? What do you think? I have a broker license over 10 years now, too. So what the difference? What do you think? What do you think you got to think? Huh? You don't know?
I don't want to sell a house. I don't want to sell measurement the feeling.
Yeah. Speak louder. Yeah, that's right. So a broker is a business to bring people together in a real estate transaction. That's called brokerage, right? We have like ESB brokerage. It's like a company name. Carlisle. You have Remax Keller Williams. That's a brokerage. That's the name. ABC, whatever the name it is. It's a brokerage. That's called a brokerage. And they will bring the people to a transaction. A licensed real estate broker acts at a point of contact between 2 or more people in negotiate the sale, purchase, or rental property, right? A real estate broker license, that's what they do. So a broker is defined as a person or a company licensed to buy, sell, exchange, or real estate property, exchange for a fee. So as a broker, you can hire salesperson or they call affiliate broker. So when you have in Tennessee, you have affiliate broker. And when you first start in real estate, you got affiliate broker, or they call a salesperson. So, and a licensed real estate salesperson is employee or associate with a broker to perform broker's activity behalf of or the broker. So basically, when you had a real estate license, when you took 90 hours, you're going to pass a test, you're going to get a real estate license, you are acting like under the brokers. Everything belong to a broker and their company. So you do on their behalf, either you employee them Some of them brokers that hire you as an employee, they pay you a base salary plus commission, right? Or you can be a broker at 1099, which means whatever money they pay you, they split with you. So everybody have different split structure. The one that I'm working right now, off today, they do like 80-20 split, and there's a way you can make 100% or over 100 if you know how to do as an icon agent like myself. Okay, so it's not like nobody out there can over make 100%, but if you know how to do it, you could do. I show people in person, but anyway, a licensed real estate broker salesperson is they're called sales associate license, or the term we use here is affiliate broker. That means you affiliate with that broker. The broker work under the company. Like if you're gonna have you go to Warren, right? You got pharmacists. The Warren, the company, that's like a brokerage, and then they have the pharmacists that the manager. This is like a broker. They go to school and all that to qualify, and then they have a sales tax, so people who give you the medicine. Right? So the brokers like myself, but I'm working as a real estate agent. I'm working like as a real estate agent. I work directly with the company. I have my license there. And then they have different principal broker, which is the one who oversees. I'm qualified and I could be a principal broker because I had a broker license. Right? You can be an office manager, but to be a real estate broker, you have to get a broker license, principal broker. Okay, and a broker and a license, we right now we ask about the same. So that's what it is broker. So you get the point? That's what a real estate license is. The real estate license is person who satisfies required of agency and authorized state regulation and complete the hours, passing an exam. That's what state mandatory real estate exam. In some states, every real estate license is a broker, but only a management broker may employ an employee or act as sales associate. And the broker is so every state is different. So she says it's state law. Okay? What you learn?
It's sales association broker and real estate license.
You know the difference? What the difference?
Broker and it's the affiliate and salesperson, the one who sell under the broker.
Okay, all right. So what is the appraisal? So when you're gonna buy a house, right? When you buy a house, you will have appraisal to come. The bank will hire appraisal. If you make the loan, or you want to do it yourself, you want to know is the value at that moment. You don't need appraisal. If you got to pay cash, you don't need to. If you think the value is good, or sometimes you want to pay more, it's up to you. But if you want to loan the money, the bank will give you. If you buy a house $100,000, the value has to be $100,000 or more. If it's less than that, they only give you the whatever loan amount is. So it's only 90. You only qualify for 90. So whatever your down payment is, it's up to you. But they go to with appraisal. So appraisal, what is appraisal?
It's a process of developing an option of the property value.
Mm-hmm. So you get a real estate appraisal, that's a different. So this kind of like showing different thing. So appraisal is the one sometimes our lenders send out appraisal to see how much the value, because they are the one who give out the money. They want to make sure that house is worth the money, right? Huh? What you laughing at? Huh? So that's appraisal. They want to make sure. So if the house worth 100,000, you buy 100 or you buy 90. But the house worth 100, you want to pay 110. It's up to you. You're gonna pay the difference. But usually people want to pay the same amount or lower. So if they qualify over 100,000, you want to pay 102. That's the extra money you pay. They're okay. The bank okay. But they let you know, hey, this is only 90 and only 100. And you qualify for 90% or you qualify 100%. So the max 90% they give you only 90,000, you have to pay the difference. 100% they give you 100,000, you got to pay a difference if you agree. But the appraisal to come out make sure the house worth at least $100,000 or 100 or 200 or 3. But if it's worth only 98, 99, if you want the house, you pay the difference. Okay? And the worth on 100, you want to pay more, you pay the difference too. That's what the appraisal is. It's just adjustment. Although broker should have some understanding of value, process, circumstance. So we use an estimate that called PPO, broker opinion appraisal. But that appraisal not only license and certified federal regulation, but also service that involve, federal and all that. So appraisal, they have their own thing at the real estate, right? They have their own thing. It's not related to real estate that sell or buy the house, but give the value opinion. As a broker, we can estimate it, but we not have a true value like a broker does. Their opinion, like appraisal does. Property management. What property management?
You make sure you get the spend and for the property.
So basically, they define is a property manager, a property management. That's what the part of real estate. They hire property manager. So property manager is a person or a company that hire to maintain a property like that. You have a property for rent. You hire a manager can manage for me on your behalf of the owner. By hiring property manager, owner is relieve the day-to-day management tasks. Such as field the tenant, find the tenant collection. That's why a lot of people are out of town or you're in town, doesn't matter. You hire a management company that can just oversee that stuff and they do all take care for you. So all you do is collect the money, paying the fee out. It doesn't mean that you have to find good management, make sure they have the people in there. So a lot of different way on management. But basically what we learned today, management is property manager or property management is they are the person acts or that company acts on the behalf of who? Of who?
The owner.
Of the owner. To do what?
To make sure they get the spend and
do the repair, right? And what do they do?
Maintain.
Maintenance. And what else?
And make sure the owner get the money they spend.
They collect the rent, screening the tenant, and etc. That's what they do, right? When you rent a building, they always have a property management that's going to be there and done that stuff for you. What about financing? It's like who? It's like Sarah One, right? She work at a financing company, prime lending, or you have somebody work at First Tennessee, Sun Trust, a lot of different names, different companies that they work for. So financing is what a Bank of America. Financing is a business of providing funds to make the real estate transaction possible. Most transactions are funded by a loan that is secured by a mortgage or deed of trust on the property purchase. Individuals involved in financing real estate may work in a commercial bank, thrift, which is saving associate credit union, where a mortgage bank and a mortgage broker's company. So financing is for the people that working at financial, right? Finance, you know what now? Money, right? Subdivision and development. Who are they? What is subdivision? Where are we living in here now? Concours Subdivision, right? What did they do? They got a piece of big land. What they gonna do on it?
They sell it.
And they want to do. What do?
Sell to smaller.
They divided them out to a smaller. That's what subdivision development. A small partial development structure in the benefit of land. They divide the small on-site, off-site, right? And they make a public land. They make a water, storm, sewers, all that stuff. On-site improvements such as new home, swimming pool, whatever they're going to do in that area and that subdivision. While subdivision developed normally or relate their independent process and can be occur separately. So some of them divide them out and they sell partial, and sometimes they sell to one builder to build houses. Over here we got different builder build different houses, right? So that's a subdivision development. So what is financing? Again?
Fund to make real estate transactions.
What about subdivision and development?
To a smaller
What do they do?
parcel.
What is our subdivision name here that we live? When you drive in the car, what did I see? What the name of it? Concours Subdivision, right? Concours Subdivision, that's the name of the subdivision. That's what it, and then when you buy a house, what do you hire somebody? Like tomorrow I have a, what they call? Home inspection. What does it mean?
So somebody inspect
They inspect the home, right? When you buy the home, you get somebody come in and inspect the home. Home inspection is a profession that combines a practice interest in real estate and skill and training in the construction trade. Many states have recognized the importance of throughout home inspect by competition, well-trained inspect and initial home inspection license required that include education, training, examination, and outgoing coursework. The American Associate Inspects AZ National, so they have different associate. A professional who inspects to conduct a visual survey of the structure in there. So what they're going to do, they call a visual. They're not going to dig up the land and go to pipe and all that. They'll do a visual. They're not going behind the wall, right? They inspect the home. So when you buy a home, what do you hire people to do?
home inspection.
What do they do?
They inspect the home.
What do you mean they inspect? What do they do?
Visual survey of the property, structure, system, and site condition.
So, like, I just have a home that we're gonna close tomorrow. Will be June the 1st, right? We pay a home inspection like $200, but they find out that the window broke. They need to be fixed or it be blurred. So the seller spent about $1,400 for that windows, and they're gonna spend another $150. So they spent over $3,000. So from that $300 something, she saved about over $300, and then a termite too. So they save a lot of money. My buyer saved over $3,500 worth of repair because of the home inspection, and we negotiate, and the seller will to do that for my buyer. Is that a good thing? Yes, ma'am. Right? What is counseling? Counseling involves providing client with competent, independent advice based on the sound of professional judgment. A real estate counselor helps clients choose among the various opportunities involved in purchasing investment property. A counselor role is furnish client with information need to make informed decision. Professional real estate counselor must have a high degree of industry expertise. So I'm like counseling, I'm coaching, I show them, I help build a lot of multi-millionaires. I say, okay, this is good, you can buy, you can fix up, you can sell, or you can rent it out and all that stuff. Because they call me, because I know I have been there and done that. People call me and pay me money, so I can do that for them. Coach them, show them what to do on it, what to buy, what not to buy, what the area, is kind of good for them. Basically, everybody have different judgment. Some places I wasn't able to buy it, but because of the scenario, because of that person working that kind of field, it was better for them, so they can buy it, then they can make money with it. So counselor is what the people, they do what now? Professional judgment. They do a professional judgment. It's a higher level degree or some kind of thing that they do, and the people have to trust you. In real estate, it's the same thing. Do a transaction, get a license is the first part, but you got to build a trust. You got to work with your hearts, so people out there know that you're working for them. You do it for them on behalf, and to last long in real estate, you got to love the people, want to work with people, help them to achieve their goal. Education. Real estate education is available on both practice and on consumption, college, university, private school, and trade. So as a broker license, I can go to University of Memphis, go to Southwest College, all that. If they want to, they can hire me. I can teach the class. all right, for them, right? Or like ESB award me stock, so I can do as a part of requirement. I can teach a class. I'm a certified instructor. I can teach different real estate or real estate involved classes in the ESB cloud. So that's called education. Education is what now? Teaching. You're teaching class, you teach school, you're teaching college, you're teaching university, whatever you want to teach, right? Other area, many other professionals are involved in real estate, including lawyers who are specialized in the field, land use planner, employee by a real estate local agency, and tax assessor. That's involved real estate, but they work for government or they work for a real estate company to do appraisal and all that stuff, right? What's the next part? Non-affiliate. What did NAR stand for? National Association Realtor. Say it. Social. Say it slowly. No, national. No, national. Associate Realtor affiliate, right? Your affiliate. Now have many affiliate institute, counseling, member, increase and all that. So counsel real estate, commercial, residential, certified real estate management, all that stuff, right? Variety. Professional, ethical, code of ethic. What's the code of ethic? So it's code of ethic. It's a written system of standard and ethical conduct. The conduct contains statement, advice, and regulation. You cannot lie to the people. You cannot discriminate other people by color, sex, and all the 7 things that they have. You have to you go work with truly, honestly way. Even you not represent the buyer or the seller on the other side. But code of ethics, that's why you have to professional standard commitment local state environment. So the standard rule is if you don't want to do it if you don't want other people to do that stuff to you, you wouldn't do it to them. So common sense. Practice, so code of ethics. Who are realistic. Code at a more earlier way of civil rights movement, a sort of rational minority real estate broker respond to condition of abuse that eventually gave rise to fair housing law today, So actually, you can sell the people anyhow that they were going to buy. They said to minority or racial, all that. So anybody can buy anywhere they want. Anybody can live anywhere they want, as long as they qualify for the loan, as long as they have enough money to pay cash or they get a loan they can buy. So that's everything is standard. So that's coming up because of the way that happened before. So they want to make sure a code of ethical, treat everybody equally. A code of ethics. Just as real estate, they probably involve real estate like residential area, commercial, mixed use, industry, agricultural, special purpose. So this is some of the terms that you may want to learn. Apply to a business ethic. You do with ethic. You do with your heart. If you do with your heart and you do your best, that would be it. That would be it. That's the code of ethics. You just follow the rule. Whatever the code of ethics rule that they have, you gotta follow. Home ownership. This is just two types. What is residential?
Probably used for single family, multi-family house.
Mm-hmm. Multi-family, so it's like apartment or single house, duplex and all that, right? Urban, so that's a resident area. Resident is people where people live. That's right. What about commercial? Is where people are doing what? Business, right? Office space, center, store, theater, hotel. So hotel is people live there, right? But it's temporary, so the car is like they consider commercial. Mixed use is what? Commercial or residential in the same building, right? So some of them they do like apartment, like on the top the apartment, bottom floor level they do business, nail salon, restaurant, all that. Right? Industrial what?
Warehouse, factory, land,
Industrial district,
industrial
power plant. Agriculture,
it's a farm, timberland,
rent
Ranch
and
and
orchards. Where you get the fruits and all that. Special purpose,
it's own property, church and worship, school, and
cemeteries, public whole property, such as school. So all that school is special use for school and all that. School or cemetery or worship like a church or temple. Okay, it's about 25 minutes. You want to continue or go tomorrow? 30 minutes a day or 1 hour? What the home ownership?
people who buy a reason
Variety of reason.
to
To
make
many people, home ownership is a sign of financial stability. So home ownership, that's why Americans they want everybody dreaming to own their own home. A home is investment that can be appreciated in value, especially over many years ownership. Even when a loan is necessary to be able to afford the purpose of a home, the interest paid on the loan usually deduct from the federal income tax. Homeowners also offer benefits that may be less tangible but not less value, such as pride, security, and sense of belong to the community. So home ownership is people pride themselves to owning their home, right? To take care of the house. So it's good if when you buy a house, 30 years you pay off, still your house, or 10 years, 5 years you haven't paid off, the house value go up, you can sell, you make some money, you can buy a better home. So that's a home ownership. As a licensed real estate agent or broker, our job is to help them connect the buyer and seller together. That help people with home ownership. Type of housing. So what is home ownership?
It's, ownership of a home.
Some type of using real estate involve incorporating ownership concept, different form, housing demand, diversity, marketplace. A single family detached house have been one of the most popular housing type, right? I thought it's been adapt urban housing and offer material residential in New York. Apartment building was respond to housing demand in crowd urban area. Modern high-rise structure can offer residents many amenities. In suburban multifamily have taken advantage of great ability to large, stripe affordable land. Apartment is make a group apartment building very number. So some of them have a apartment or building low rise or high rise, and they have security, clubhouse, swimming pool, tennis, and even a golf course. They build a whole bunch, all together in a type of housing. They have apartment building, single family. What is single family?
Only one family.
Like we are reunited around, right? On a single family. You can live with your parent, your mother, brother, doesn't matter. But single, one people, one family. Apartment buildings, what? You got a lot of family in the apartment. And some of them have a high rise and low rise. So they have tennis courts and all that. What is a condominium?
Proper form of residence ownership.
Without the care of maintaining. So who pay for the cutting grass and all that stuff right now? Here we are, single. We does, right? If you have in the condominium, you are owner. It's like apartment, it's like our amenity, but you own by yourself. It's like you own a unit. They call condominium. That means you pay for maintaining the usage. You pay a monthly fee, a flat monthly fee, and that could go up and down. Usually they go up. So what do? They do all the maintenance, take care of all the stuff for you, but you own in the house. Apartment, you just rent in the place and you moving out. But when you buy it's called condominium. That means you're the owner of the place, and you can buy the building, buy a house, and you're gonna live in there. And when you sell them out, you make money. That's your money. You buy for 100, you sell for 110, 120. If the market went up 200, doesn't matter what it is. So you set them out. That's condominium is a resident ownership, right? But you offer skill to homeowner without care of maintenance. That's why a lot of elderly people, they want to go to condominium. They can own when they die. They can get something to live their children. They can sell. Sometimes they stay in a house by themselves, and a lot of maintenance they got to be keep up. This one you be keep up the inside your house, you still keep up, but the outside and all that stuff, they have people taking care for you. Yeah, that's called condo. It's called condominium. That's kind of the house in the house. A cooperative also unit that share common wall. So building facility with a large building, okay, common wall. So some of them you see look like duplex, right? They're called cooperative. A unit, I do not own the unit. Instead, this is different too. The owner do not own it. Instead, each owner owns share in the corporation that hold title of real estate. Each shareholder receive a property lease to a specific building like community unit owner. This is like, this type to me what you think it look like? You own, you're not owning it. You go to share common wall on a large building. The owner do not own the unit. Instead of each owner share in the corporate that hold title. Each shareholder receive a property lease and property lease to specific unit. Like corporate unit owner, corporate share pay their share of the building expense. It sounds like a timeshare, right? Mm-hmm. They're sharing the time, they're sharing the building together. They're called cooperative. I don't see timeshare in here. I mean, there's a lot, see, there's a lot of real estate involved. So planned unit development is what? Sometimes called master plan community, might consist entirely of residents, but they can also serve much the diversity of land use, housing, recreation, commercial unit, self-confident, develop pub or planned housing. This coordinate your owner do not have direct ownership interest in the common area. The common area formed by the area of fee expand planned unit development, right? A pub may be small, but just a few houses and an entire planned city. You got a house, but you got no land, right? You own the house on it, the land before to planned unit development. It looks like one of them could be what now? A house park, right? What do they have? Mobile home or something like that. Planned unit development. You got a mobile home you put on the house. High-rise development, sometimes called misuse develop. Combine office space, theater. That's what I told you. High-rise, right? Like, you know, how they have OMG nail, my glossy nails, the glossy nails you got on the bottom. And also at the cross, you know, the sheer tower, they got cross tower now. Under they do a lot of theater. They do not have theater, but they have a lot of office space, store, apartment, nail salon. On the top, they do what now? They do unit. They live in there, right? So they call high-rise development. Beauty shop, salon, swimming pool, all that stuff. Convert use of property, a favorite warehouse, office, hotel, church structure. That's called convert use of warehouse renovation. Factor build house with the often a mobile home. Factory build. That's what module home. The most temporary resident. Today, the term manufactured home are permanent installed build in the federal specific and residential vacant the home, the relative low cost. So they build it on the top of the land. Sometimes they pull it over. Sometimes the build is stuck over there. You cannot move. But you're not owning the land. You're just owning the house and over there only. You still pay a monthly land. You know, land, you rent in the land. Okay? Homeowner selling result of growing the number of matches of a home park. They call home park. Another type of housing they call modular home. We combine and prepare foundation, worker, finish, structure, and plumbing wire, and all that stuff. Okay? We got 34 minutes already. So is that good enough for you for today?
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna be now. So hopefully you will learn something from us to review and get some opinion, get something for you better understanding. So what did you learn so far, Tiffany? Is it good?
Yeah.
You ready for a quiz test? What is finance?
Finance and the fund of
Financing? What do they do?
the finance for
What do they deal with?
bank,
Money, yeah. The financial house. What is the appraisal?
real fund.
What is the appraisal?
Appraisal is market value.
What is home inspection?
Inspect your home.
Yeah, it's been loud. Okay. Well, bye bye, you guys. Say bye bye. All right, thank you.